Hey, welcome back. It is another day, another stream. Alright, so this will hopefully be the very last stream we do for the Outer Wilds Mod Jam 5. We've gone through all of the other submissions for the jam so far, other than Eden's Hope, which was my team's submission. We've done Mystery of the Missing Cake, Bright Spark, Apollo's Planet, Catastrophe, Scale of the Universe, Project Arc, Under Radio Moon, Mystery of I Cannot Find My Cat, Power Fail, Honor Rail, Diorama, Hearthian Parable, Core Collapse, and Helio Study. So we just have one mod left from the batch, Cosmic Curators, which was the third place winner in the jam, so I'm expecting great things. They did just push out an update a few minutes ago, so we'll be basically playtesting the new patch, so that should be exciting. But yeah, so once we knock that out, I am gonna look into it, see if I can find a way to have a guest come on and play Eden's Hope, just for completion's sake. But yeah, there's so many submissions. Like, I mean, how many streams have we done now? This is the sixth stream I've done. I streamed for at least 2 hours a session, so this has been like way more than 12 hours of Outer Wilds content, which is crazy. That's a long. That's a lot of extra content. You know, that's longer than the DLC for some people. Almost as long as the base game for some people. So amazing that the community has produced so much additional content for the game. And this is just one jam. There have been 4 past jams, and there's big story mods coming out all the time. Not all the time, but every once in a while. So, very cool, very cool. Big fan of this game. And it's amazing how much people are contributing to it. Alright, so without further ado, let's boot it up. I know this is one of the larger ones, so I'm going to do it without any other mods installed for now. I think maybe once we do this one, though, I want to see how long it takes to load when we get all of the jam mods in here and running. I have a feeling it's not going to run super well. Oh yeah, I should ping the Discord and let them know I'm live. Oh, hello? Where's that audio coming from? Oh, from Discord. Hi, how's it going? How's your Overwatch matches? Not great, I'm assuming. Because it didn't die once. Yeah, that sounds about right. That does answer the question. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Where's my live link? Do I still have it saved to do? Excuse me. Thank you. They did bless me this time. Now the first thing you did with a Lucy like that and you hate it, understandable. Very understandable. Can't forget the Poyo. It's crucial. And there we go. I've let the modding Discord know. And why don't I see the game? Because I disabled the game capture, probably. That's why. There we go. Alrighty. Once more onto the breach. Fair warning, I've got all of my screens occupied right now, so I will probably not be able to respond to any direct Discord messages, just for the record. Or if I do see them, it'll probably be delayed. Hey Rex, how's it going? Alrighty. doing alright, I'm doing alright. We're almost done with the jam. All the jam mods is exciting. Whoops. Well, I wanted to see if there's anything else on that platform, but here we are. Let's see. It's a miniature model of some kind of... Can't tell if that's like a vessel or a structure. All these cool purple flames. It's always fun. Am I done with the jam or is the jam done with me? The jam will never be done with me. I can't escape it. Infinite Outer Wilds content. Get some slide reels and they actually have images on them. That's cool. Got Know My stuff on that side. We got Stranger stuff on this side. Ah. Nice, and those are the jam authors, the mod authors. Nice. That's cool. Okay. That's the stranger. Interesting. And that's the Southern Observatory. Big light. Silver lining. That's like it's a pulsar. You got the weird light beam coming off of it. Not too confused with the other mod that's the pulsar. Okay, there's some kind of observatory or building there. That looks like isn't that the Outer Rock? Esker's camp. A big purple fire. That's ominous. We got some slide reel spots with icons on them. I'm sure that's important for something. We got 4 rooms. Okay. Can I step into the fire? I can't. Do I die in the fire? Looks like it. Okay. So now a sneaky fire teleporter. Exactly. Nice. Yeah, 2 Pikmin deaths. Perfect. Cooked fish, exactly. I don't know if Hearthians are particularly tasty, but who knows? Maybe they are. Who's to say? Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything in this room. Which doesn't mean there's nothing important in this room, just that I don't see anything currently. Okay, well, I guess we'll check the rooms. Oh, they do have the icons above the doorway, so I didn't notice that before. And I'm pretty sure those correspond to these. Yeah. I guess we need to do something in each of the rooms. Oh, we got gears here. Ah. Like the change of material. And it's got this marble texture over it. Kind of fun. That's another thing I want to figure out how to add to New Horizons is the elevators. So right now I'm pretty sure you have to set this up manually in Unity. It's a little bit of a pain. Space Elk one? Yeah. Even got an airlock. Oh, we're outside. Alright, so this was the structure that we saw. So we're inside some kind of space station. Cool. There's a big lens. That's probably important. Oh. Caught in a gravity volume. I guess they have a gravity over the whole station to pull you downward, which makes sense. They probably didn't intend for people to fly outside like this. These are fancy looking. Yeah, definitely not looking like it was meant to be explored outside. Outside of, obviously, where the anti-gravity plating is. Okay, we got a big spot, presumably to land the ship on if you fly your ship here. Oh. Yeah, so there's the airlock. So I think basically what I've just discovered is the path inside if you flew your ship here. I don't think there's any other mysteries here. You do have these arms that look like they're on some kind of track. So at least lore-wise, there's some kind of mechanism for that. Well, I don't see any other things to explore out here, so we'll head back inside. Does this just go to the same place? I think so. Yeah. There's just an elevator on both sides. That makes sense. Cool. Okay, then I guess we start exploring the rooms. Feel one of the rooms you needed? Alright. Well, I mean, it's right there, right? There we go. Okay. So unlike the rest of the place that is purple fire, this room is green fire, so this is standard ALK stuff. That's kind of horrifying. Can I translate this? No. Yeah, the little Korok. And there's a cat. Made of wood. Okay, we can get an artifact. Good to know. A miniaturized UFO. Don't know what we need the artifact for, but we have one now. Insert artifact. Oh. Okay, so we can display them on the pedestals. Do you die in the purple fire with the artifact? Good question. Probably just die. Let's find out. Yeah. It is not a secret dream fire. You totally make some puzzles out of that, though. Have to die in some non-campfire fires. Worth a try. Yep. It's true. Okay. Yeah, we weren't very far in, so I don't mind experimenting. Okay, so this is the creepy eyes symbol. So let's go put this on the pedestal with the matching icon. That would be this one. Okay. There's a big glowing... Oh. It's like a glowing gas field around it, but then when I came close, it energized the crystal. Knowledge crystal. Our refractor telescopes are how we observe the cosmos. For hundreds of thousands of years, we have developed precise enough technology to observe species and other systems. It's not entirely perfect on details, so we have to fill in the information gap with our own theories. Interesting. So they're observing other species. Knowledge crystal is the primary storage component for documenting and preserving our observations. This crystal on display has the knowledge of language. Enter its radius to harness its knowledge. Oh, so now we can translate other languages. That's probably what that does. Okay. That makes sense. So now I should be able to read the ALK text, probably. Yeah. Ship capable of interplanetary flight. It's unknown how it flies, but it seems to be able to seat one person at a time. Replica the species currently aboard the ship they call home. While they seem to now be all extinct, we managed to recreate what they looked like. They appeared to have tails, long limbs, and a belly button, as one curator continually loves to point out. Pedals start on the same side as the room's bothering you more than it should. Well, it could be that it's part of some kind of combination puzzle or something. The Siri artifact is the thing that the owl-like species use to end their own lives after finding the truth about that mysterious vortex. It releases an explosion when one sleeps. That's one way of interpreting it. I don't think they intentionally used it to end their own lives. A tank of fuel, likely used for lighting campfires and alcoholic beverages to show off. Okay, so I like that they're theorizing about these species, and they're wrong about quite a few things. They didn't know they weren't coming back, that's true, but like, the point of it wasn't to die. It wasn't like a suicide device. And that one exploded, but the other ones weren't intended to explode. Well, none of them were intended to explode. It's just that tier 2 artifact that did. Here's the deities that these species worshipped. The one on the left is a god named Chaos, who is a god of destruction, while the one on the right is a goddess of loyalty and kindness, watching the followers from above. Totems are often made of them and placed for religious activities, with the latter being put atop high shelves. Yeah, so the the Korak is the god of chaos. I'm here to kill chaos, exactly. And I guess the cat is the god of good stuff. Device sends electrical output when light is shown onto it. Seems very similar to our own technology, almost as if it's copied and pasted. So there are light sensors somewhere else then. Good to know. And there's nothing else to pick up in here, right? Yeah. So that is the artifact for this room. And there's 4 eyes. That means Hearthians. Device made from haphazardly tossed together technology from their predecessors. It's capable of scouting areas for hazards, or, as the first pilot seemed to do in a hazardous situation, fly. True. Seer depicts a recent Hearthian invention of colored images. It seems they have the primary colors of cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, as opposed to ours of Hulavu, Gragul, and red. Of course, the 3 primaries. Atop this printer lies a can of marshmallows cooked to perfection. It is unknown how this specimen could handle the excess amount of toxins contained within this seemingly artificial food. Spoiled marshmallows. Okay. Cooked to perfection, they say. Ship that allowed this species the ability to fly interplanetary distances. Each one appears to be tailored to its pilot. This one seems to like Windows a lot. Yeah, there are quite a few windows on that one. I think that was Chert's ship. Drinkable liquid uses a coming-of-age ritual in their society, and has a high alcohol content and is quite bitter. It can also be used to disinfect wounds. Strange device that plays audio. While it's unknown how it operates, Beryl speculates that he uses trapped spirits for entertainment. Ah, yes. Trapped spirits. Much like the avians, Hearthian fuel is used for lighting campfires and torches. The caution symbols hint that the species has an arsonist problem. I mean, actually knowing the Hearthians, that's probably true, let's be honest. Alright, so we got 1 eye, 2 eyes, 3 eyes, and 4 eyes. I see. So I think that's the ordering scheme here. It's by eye count. Alright, Nomai. Device used to torture prisoners. It's unknown how the creator of such a horrid device managed to sleep at night. It's literally a bed. It's a regular bed. Serious device with many proposed uses. Some think it was a way to store cards and keep track of schedules. It can also be used for grating hard food down to bits, perhaps some kind of space parmesan. Can I possibly comprehend what this device even does? Yeah, I actually don't know what the purpose of this one is. That's a good question. Ship that is launched via cannon of sorts. The Hanging Nomai Outpost is the first to make these to reconnect to their underground outpost. Set of what appears to be instruments of war for battle tactics. They would place these around to simulate how they could respond to potential enemy advances. Yeah, definitely. Piece of technology capable of pushing objects away from a location. This device features intricate designs that reflect its complex engineering. Yep, it's a ring. Weapon capable of short-range attacks similar to our King Fu. Nearly everyone seems to have one in life, making it a common item. I love this so much, the fact that they're... It's very much like real archaeologists and museum curators, kind of speculating as to ancient tool usage and nearly often getting it wrong. The fast one could attack with it is unknown, but our experts believe one strike can take place within the span of a lightning bolt. Yeah, this is a bludgeoning weapon, obviously. Clearly they don't have magic staves in this society. Method of sharing tactical information with other groups used for writing and historical record keeping. Tactical information. I mean, if they're assuming this is a warlike species, I'm kind of surprised they didn't assume the gravity cannons were for launching missiles at people. Oh yeah, I need item to place. Okay, 3 eyes. Scroll does not fit. Okay. That's not it. What else can I pick up in here? I can pick up the tractor beam. Okay. Sure. Why not? That gives me access to the next room. Okay. Oh. Ah, haha. Okay. You can enter the miniatures, of course. Identified signal nearby. Scout distress signal. Harvey wavelength. There's a bunch of things on this frequency. Cool. Good to know. Oh, the wall just fell. Yeah. Fun animation there. A little waterfall coming out of nowhere. Wonder if this was made by hand or if this is copied from somewhere in Timberhearth. Looks custom, actually. That's cool. Oh, shoot. Well, that killed me very quick.
Parry it!
I don't think I can parry the ghost matter. Probably. Skill issue, true. If I was just faster and better at the game, I could parry each of the individual ghost matter particles. Okay, well, should be pretty quick to get back there, now that we're not reading all the text. Yep, there we go. Now I have 3 eyes. Arthians have 4 eyes. That crystal. These guys seem to have 1 eye, or at least some kind of helmet. There we go. Alright. That's a photo from the stranger. Very cool. Is there anything else in here? We got Timberhearth. The twins. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go back to Arthian miniature. "17 eyes all hidden behind the mask, or maybe just 1 eye." Yeah, who knows? It's hard to tell if there's anything in there. I think I see something, but that is a lot of ghost matter particles. They just stack a bunch of ghost matter fields all on top of each other. Is that why the particles look like that? And if it works, it works. You need a lot of water to get through that. Oh, nice. We are inside the room. That's cool. Or a version of it. I'm gonna even leave that way. Cool. Now, is it the same room? Are we actually scaled down? Or is this a larger copy of the room? Considering I can't pinpoint my location, I assume that this is a larger copy of the same room. Yeah, the door is closed in this version. That makes sense. See, like, half the mods of this jam have done some kind of miniaturization thing, so I'm always curious, like, how do they implement it for each one? We also did something similar, and probably did it in a very similar way to how most people did it. Okay. Is there anything else in here? There's the geyser. Can I get down through the geyser? It's just a spot on the ground. I wonder what the theme of Jam 5 was. It could be related, possibly. Who knows? Okay, now there's a geyser. Oh, the geyser switches locations. Interesting. Yeah, okay, it's not hollow. That's what I was wanting to double check. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything else in the Hearthian exhibit, I don't think. Oh, we do have this signal we can explore. This seems relatively close by. That corner here. 4, sun. A Minecraft pickaxe. Nice. Can't pick it up though. Theme was Gargantuan because all the mods took place in a 2500 radius sphere. True. We did find the Minecraft reference. It's very important that we do that. Okay. Looks like there's probably one in each of the other dioramas. The theme was Outer Wilds. True. True, I think Outer Wilds is a pretty core component of the jam. Okay. Nice, nice. I like how you can easily explain any of the inaccuracies as, oh, they just had bad measuring tools. And, speculated wrong. Surprised the devs during a playtest by finding the reference when they didn't know about it. Nice. Okay, so there is a text wall there. The escape hatch is already open. Is this smaller than normal? This feels smaller than normal. Definitely smaller than normal. Should be, like, updated. Is there something I was supposed to see in here? I'm too big to fit through there. I can go in through the top, though. Sort of. Rep Khan did all the custom models like the Madman. He has hit Easter eggs from the dev team. Nice. So that makes for some fun moments then. Alright, we got a bunch of solar power here. Big cacti. Very large Nomai table. Oh, there's just an opening here. That's interesting. I like how I use the gravity cannon to wrap around that walkway. There's another crash shuttle over here. Yeah, I can't fit inside though. Here we are. 3 fire. Those definitely seem like combinations. Ah, there's the scroll. Gravity plating is always wonky. And what's this building then? Nomai usually place their controls right next to their launch pads. The controls for this one cannon are on the roof on the left. This practice is born from crews often leaving one of their own behind on the pad, that crewmate then being in charge of the proper launch. There's a pedestal there, a scroll does not fit, naturally. Nomai powered their war weapons with cosmic energy. From Star Novae to black holes, their engines always hungered for crystals made out of mass itself. I mean, they did use warp technology for everything, that's true. They were powered by white and black holes. Oh. Awkward. Well, we still have the scroll, so why don't we just pop over here and read it in here? Why not? I didn't even mean to do that. Nomai discovered 3 quantum rules when exploring the Vortex's system. Little did they know there was a 4th rule hidden in plain sight. That was a previous jam theme. When an item is occupying the same space as a quantum socket, the quantum object cannot collapse into that possibility. An item is occupying the same space as a quantum socket. It cannot collapse into that possibility. Or it is possible to influence the possibilities of a quantum object by simply blocking the sockets with non-quantum items. Forgot to mention that through this new quantum rule, you can collapse a quantum object into a superposition that it should statistically not be able to reach. In some conditions, a quantum object can fail to collapse into a state and all of its sockets will remain briefly empty. The object can obtain another possible state that is so improbable by quantum laws the object refuses to collapse there unless manipulated by the 4th quantum rule. Okay, so that was all very technical, but the gist is if we block all of the possible places a quantum object can be, it'll be forced to be in a new position that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Where have we seen quantum stuff? Is this quantum? Yes. I see. So we can place this somewhere new. Somehow. By putting items on all of the openings here, the circles. Where's the other position supposed to be then? Does it block off the ghost matter? Is that how that works? That would be my guess. I heard it inside this mountain. I need a refuel on jetpack fuel. Not that room. 2 of the 4 rooms have jetpack fuel in them. I suppose the campfire and the Hearthian exhibit also does. I forgot about that. And the Hearthian diorama. Definitely not hidden inside the mountain. I heard the sound effects. I had to check the 2 rooms that didn't have it, yep. As you do. Okay, well, is there anything else in here that I missed while I'm here? I haven't been up to the gravity cannon. Rotate. Rotate what? Alright, there's a thing I can rotate. I don't know what it does. I don't see anything rotating. But I'm guessing I can launch the shuttle here. For some reason. It should say press, ideally. I see. So it's not rotate as in the, it's rotate because it's using the gear interface. I see. I guess I'll need to place something on that pedestal. Okay. I think we've seen all the obvious stuff here now. Let's check out this one. I don't know why I instinctively went to check the map. That won't do any good. And there's a building that extends all the way up to the ceiling. Oh, water. Is there a door? I don't see a door. Sure enough. Goes all the way up there. Not all the way. But I don't see anything on the roof either. Interesting. It's gotta be there for a reason. That is a very tall building. I don't see anything on the roof here in this version either. Okay, we got one of those symbols from one of those combination locks. Sliver of a moon. Nearby signal over there. They're all overlapping. I think I saw one that was like 12 meters away. Something like that. It's gone now, though. Pile of crates. Interesting. Under me, yeah, very possible. Somewhere around this building. There we are. One ring. So we got ring, sun, and fire. Those sound like elk glyphs. I'm guessing there's a combination somewhere, and this is one of those symbols. Also, floating flowers, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ringed planet. Too late. And too late, I guess. Inhabitant chests. Okay. Grass is just thinking of the past and thus floats. Of course. Of course. So I got symbols, but we don't know what order they're in. Or where to enter them. That is important information regardless. Simple science for a simple question. Very true. Okay, another unidentified signal. 2 is I. Building you jumped on looked like a 5. Is that relevant? Ah, very well, maybe. This looks like a 1. I think it may have figured it out, Yazoo. Although, does that line up? This one says 3 is fire. This one says 1 is fire. I guess 1 and 3 could both be fire, but this building looks like a 3. And this one has the sun icon in it. So those are 2 separate patterns. Yeah, I've been in this one. Okay. Well, I do have a code entry here. That's a jetpack fuel, nice. Okay, let me first try the ones from the scout signal. I got 2, 3, and 4. I'm missing 5 and 1. And I have 1 unknown signal over there. I probably need that, and then I can brute force the last one. So never mind, we'll do this one first. So number 1 is fire. Okay. Number 3 is sun. Second unknown is getting covered up by other signals, fair enough. 5 is... which one is this one? Ringed planet. Convenient they're using Roman numerals. Okay. Waning moon is number 2. Oh. I guess number 4 was already the right configuration. Let me double check that. Yeah, okay. So that was already on the right symbol, I guess. Okay, we've got lanterns. We got a slide reel haul. And the avian creatures went mad after watching too many reels. Documentaries about a peculiar multi-legged animal, we believe. In their madness, the creature went on and destroyed the whole reel collection. They destroyed the Buckrad tapes. No! Hey, Milk Cookie, how's it going? All these shelves and no slide reels. Disappointing. But we do have a slide projector room now, if we find any slides. Buckrad posting, yep. Can't forget the buckrads. Just immediately gets dark in here. Nice. Oh yeah, the game audio is probably super quiet, isn't it? It's quiet for me, at least. There's the end of loop music. Bum, 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 bum. Anything down here? So most of the day trying to figure out what to do for Starry's birthday. It's in October. Nice. That's coming up pretty quick then. Well, I hope he has a good birthday. Preemptively. I'm sure you'll figure out something great. Anything underwater? There are tunnels. Maybe. No tunnels. I wasn't sure if this was sealed off at some point or not. I guess it's just a moat. Oh, but there's a slide reel down here. Where is this? Yeah, this is next to building 3. I'm probably gonna get zapped before I get a chance to watch it, but good to know for next time. Tickets to the Lost Airbender Orchestra concert. That sounds amazing. Okay. Walk through the fire, turn left. Oh, there's a whole sequence. And we'll go watch that again. Oh, I didn't write down the combination. Whoops. Oh well. We'll double check the ship log. That was a long and productive loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. True. It's either that or are all ones. Ominous orbiter, pedestal door, habitant exhibit, unknown species exhibit, Arthian exhibit, Nomad exhibit. Here we got all those. Diorama room, quantum geyser. So does quantum. RV wavelengths, ghost matter cave, symbols, gravity cannon, was a quantum manipulation, inhabitant houses, large house. Cool. That's about all the interactive elements I picked up on. And a symbol within an oddly designed house in the diorama. So you know the peculiar name within the dioramas. Yep. A totem blocking the entrance to the big house. Big house is a real house. Does not have the code in here. Press and give us fire ring sun. I don't think those are in the right order. Those are the symbols. Alright, we need to do this again. Whoosh. Tractor beam. Three guys. And artifact. Fire moon phase sun, standard moon phase ring planet. Makes sense. Retail simulator Phillips display shelves. True. That's what we're up to. I hate the ominous music here. It always throws me out. How was the event I went to? It was good. Yeah. We, played some tabletop stuff. Got some food. Yeah, there it is. Now let's see if the patch holds up. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Oh. It does show there in the bottom left corner. That's cool. But it disappeared. Alright, give us sun crescent ring. There's this one. There we go. Right, I need a lantern. That's kind of important. This music's stressing me out. It makes me think there's Alks nearby. Okay. You walk into the room towards the fire. Get up right next to the fire, turn left. Walk next to the elevator controls. Walk forward. Into the ceiling. Walk forward and ascend, apparently. Let's see, VOD Blink, if you could make sure not to spoil any puzzle solutions or anything. Oh? What do you do, right? Alright, I walked in from the wrong side, that's why. Technically, I didn't know for sure that the second code was going to be useful there. There we go. Worshippers. Ernesto is God. Ernesto is everything. Ernesto, blesser of alternate realities. Ernesto, writer of new stories. Ernesto, we swear to thee our utmost loyalty. All hail Ernesto for the worlds to never end. Nice. All hail Ernesto. They have been consumed in holy fire to summon Ernesto. Hatchling? What the feldspar is going on here? How did I even get here? First a cult following, now you have an actual cult? Yeah, people took this Ernesto obsession way too far. Just want to live a normal life, don't you? Who doesn't? Create this up and defend Gaswaldo immediately. Ernesto? Indeed, it is I, Ernesto, the magic-talking anglerfish. Sincerely, people take this whole obsession thing a little too far this time. The world's to never end. These poor fools just couldn't let go. What do I have to do with that? Am I associated with something bigger in another realm? Still, it's very sickening what they're doing. Agreed. How's Gaswaldo? Gaswaldo was doing wonderful until I was transported here. Told him I would stop being the Easter egg, and I let him try for a change. This whole Easter egg mess almost destroyed our relationship. We never saw each other much for long periods of time, which felt endless to the two of us. We talked about it, and since we gave up being an Easter egg, our relationship blossomed back into what it was when we first met. So nice feeling his soft, slippery skin again. Now here I am, taken away from him once again. I think Oswaldo has come to the system to look for me. See him, tell him where I am, okay? Sure thing, Ernesto. Did you pay your taxes? My taxes? So glad you asked. I finally paid my dues and I'm good to go. What's your secret? I, hit my tax collector with a rock. It was the only way. Don't tell anyone, okay? I won't tell. Good. Oh no, another Ernesto reference in an Outer Wilds mod? I even wanted to be here in the first place. They're obsessed with me to the point that they're worshipping me in the most sick and twisted ways. Oswaldo's probably worried about me, and he fools summoned me through demonic worship? He will make me sick. All hail Ernesto. Really? Just in a time where I could have really used your support. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Anyway, watch the door on your way out. He's mad. Not a word? It's forced to come here, and you don't at least say hello? I'm not just your beloved Easter egg, I'm a living, breathing organism just like you. Sorry. Anyway, watch the door on your way out. Bye-bye. Yep. Ernesto beat you to death with a rock. We found the secret ending, guys. The Ernesto ending. Planning on adding an option to tell Oswaldo that Ernesto was in the system but never got around to adding it. Makes sense. That'd be fun. Okay, so the slide reel takes us to the Ernesto ending. Good to know. Okay. Well, we've got other stuff we can explore here still. You know, I haven't found quite a few of the Ernesto Easter eggs. I'll have to go back and do those eventually. This was, 2 eyes. Yeah. It actually has a persistent condition so that other mods can interact after this Ernesto was found. Nice. That'd be cool. It'd be fun to make a Ernesto hunting meta mod that tracks if you found the Ernesto and all the other mods. Right, tractor beam. Boom. Alright, well, I think we've explored everything obvious there, so let's try here. A new species exhibit. Where's the unidentified signal? Up? Is it down? Is it all around? There you go, unknown. 12 meters. You need other mods to have Ernesto's conditions. Remember that through loops. True. And this stuff you get add artificially 5-star. Okay. Well, we have enough to do that puzzle now. We can brute force the last signal easily enough. Last symbol. Alright, 2 eyes. Got new music. Couldn't help but observe this beautiful teal-ringed planet, but what we found was much more beautiful. We're not alone. Sentient bird-like creatures calmly rafting along the rivers. And their technology, very much impressive. Chlorine has been observing the sentient bird species. They reserve things like we do, but seal it all behind lock and key. Their key is often a code of 5 symbols. Yep, I do know about the symbol lock. Alright, this is themselves. Zero, the rogue gas giant that destabilized your home planet's orbit. It's colossal. It truly makes you feel small. And yet, we can't help but stare at it in awe. The rogue gas giant destabilized your planet's orbit. On closer examination, the planet seems unnatural. Poking through its violent clouds, we saw what we think were vines. Still can't confirm that, though. Sit here in celebration of our efforts to escape our doomed planet. We miss it so, but we must move on. There's a whole universe out there for us to observe. So their planet was destroyed by a gas giant with vines. That's concerning. Alright, there's another one of these. Those are going to be important for something, I feel like. So going to be like a Morse code lock. When I made a call, bold and clear. Another just watched, content to stay near. Two eyes shut it down, cutting the line. Alright, so these are referring to their Isaac, yeah. One eye made a call, bold and clear. Another just watched, content to stay near. So since they have one eye, yeah, and they're saying they just watched and stayed near the eye, but didn't actually approach it. Two eyes concealed the eye, so the Alex hit it. Three eyes searched wide for the signal to shine. They search for the eye. Four eyes may find it, bringing us cheer. Yeah. And that's just there. That's not interactive. Maybe something can be attached to that, though. Thanks for the hydrate. Let me take a quick stretch break, too. There we go. My back actually was cramped up a little bit, so that was good. I have gamer posture. Big old telescope. Big misfire jump vibes. Okay, Hearthians, four eyes. That's us. I like the reflective floor. Amphibians have founded a space program. Perhaps they would be the true ones to interact with the vortex. Sulfur claims they could find it completely by accident. Look at that, the amphibians have become sapient. A new era of hope and achievement begins. Hope and excitement begins. I wonder if these amphibians will finally be the ones to interact with the vortex. Maybe we will. Who's to say? Notice a small disturbance in the inner core of the vortex's host star. Appears that the Nomai have attempted to build some sort of probe to destroy the star. Why could they be doing this? Are they out of their minds? Doesn't really matter. Thorium noted that no energy they produced could have ever forced the star to accelerate into its red giant phase. Otherwise, their plan could have worked. They're gonna destroy the eye! Totally. What's this? White shell-like pods have crash-landed in the vortex's system. So when we thought the story was over, another species shows its face. Argon is quite intrigued by their goat-like features. The warlike Nomai. Here to destroy the eye. Obviously. Read all these, right? Yeah. 5 symbol codes. We know about the 5 symbol code. Got a pedestal in here. I need to figure out what goes on the pedestals. Still don't know. There's one in the Nomai exhibit as well. Okay. I might be able to jump up there. And just barely. Yeah, it's hollow. Figures. Okay, what did we learn? Alright, we know the symbols. Okay. Second one is NI. Third one is fire. Fourth one is the sun. And we learned one of the others as well. 5-star. Yeah. No visible reaction. So this does unlock something somewhere, but not here. Okay, where's the last one then? I think we have them all. Stress signal, sun, fire, eye, ring, star. I don't see another unknown one. Alright, so one was ring. What is ring? This one? Okay. So I know the code, but I don't actually know what the code does. I didn't think that far ahead. Doesn't open the door. Anything change over here? No. Yeah, this doesn't give any clues on that front. Alright, if I take objects off the pedestals here, does the door close back up? It doesn't. Okay. So I could potentially use these to plug up these. Insert artifact, okay. So yes, that is 100% what we need to do. I'm assuming that's just an item socket that allows any item type. Seems simple enough. Marshmallows. I suppose the crystal probably works, but the fact that it's floating makes it feel like it shouldn't. Okay. I guess that works. Oh. Okay, not exactly. I do have to wait for it to be going to get through. So the timing is important there. Is not able to parry the water. Or the ghost matter again. Probably need to fix it with a photo? Possibly. We can try that. We blocked up the other places that it's theoretically can be, at least. It does sometimes disappear and not be in the, one of those 3 spots, but I think that's, not part of the puzzle. Getting real good at doing this part. I assume the playtesters probably were too. Understanding the time it kills you instantly, yeah. I still feel like those are part of some puzzle. But maybe not. Alright, now I need to do it under 10 seconds by the end of the mod. Nice. That sounds about right. There we go. I can see why the purple campfire is like the central visual of the mod and is very distinct. There's a lab rats by the 5th level. They speedrun tasks for their cheese. More ship logs. True. Okay, we'll wait for it to start up and then go. There we go. Up. There we go. We've been released. Arthene Legend Feldspar has made several grand endeavors. Seen the ship bounce from planet to planet, so much that we've started theorizing how their adventures even went. Xenon got particularly motivated to write stories about them. In one instance, they descended into Brittle Hollow with no way out. Good old Feldspar, they always find a way. They snagged a nearby Nomai tractor beam from one of the ruins and positioned themselves under a hole in the crust above. Put the frame down, pointed their trusty flashlight at a light sensor in a nearby observatory. Then let the tractor beam push them back to the surface. As we Carvey wonder if they actually did things like these. Well, the Harthians didn't, and Nomai didn't have light sensors, but these guys do. So, grab the tractor beam, put it under the hole, and then activate the light sensor in the nearby observatory. Gee, I wonder if we could do that potentially. What's that to die first? Does the Half-Life mod add the sound effect for user death imminent or whatever? I feel like it should, if it doesn't. The dying, ringing in your ears sound. Very similar. Yeah, I can't parry the ghost meta there, unfortunately. It's a skill issue on my part. Okay. So, this will be important. It's possible to walk against skies or water eggs without dying, but can figure out how to make players understand it. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not required to solve the puzzle, I don't mind dying there. That's just me, though. Which one did I miss? I forgot the artifact. Okay. So we can use that to get up here. I'm pretty sure. If I understand the clues correctly. Pop this here. And then we activate it with the light sensor that I thought would be important. Some players can be frustrated by a okay, you're dead now puzzle. That's fair. Okay, so light sensor has to stay activated. So, skylight. There we go. Sure enough. I think it's up to the ceiling. Okay. This is supposed to be their home system? Can't tell if... It doesn't look like Timber Hearth. That's obviously the evil gas giant. Ah, so here's where the other lock is. I see. There's two combination locks, not the same one. Well, I don't have a pop-up for this one. Oh, but I can check them from here. Right, because we are in the diorama. Ring. What was number 2? Yeah, 5 is star. Two is I. Three is fire. Four is sun. There's an elevator. Okay. Big empty room. With unlit torches. Might there be some way to carry fire into here, perhaps? I wonder if I would have any tools that are capable of holding fire, possibly. Ouch. Yeah, that got me. Oof. I've grown resistant to it, but I'm not quite immune yet. Ernesto did find me again, that's true. Playing for the stream delay with that? Yeah. That does make a big difference. You did get the timing right. Very good job. Suppose I can make this purple by just... No. This might not work, but it's worth a try. Now that they've explained that I can use tools. You can't make a purple by standing in the fire? Okay. Doesn't look like it. Maybe the big fire. Should ignore the health critical warning. Okay. I see you're pulling my leg. Okay, so that didn't work. Never mind then. I don't know what the deal is here. Look, Augmented limbs are being pulled, yeah.
Emergency. User death imminent.
Well, you're in luck. Not a burn, but close enough. You didn't know you had trained limbs. Well, you know, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Hazu.
Ow, wow.
Ow, wow, wow. Almost landed on fire. It's true. There's a light sensor in here. I wonder if that activates this somewhere else. Probably not. It's probably not that simple. Yeah, so it just has a little green fire in it. Does not turn it purple. What else haven't I explored yet? Actually, don't know. Maybe I need to check my ship log again. Yeah, it's symbols, the volcano, Feldspar myth, the volcano summit. Okay, so I'm still missing one with the gravity cannon, that makes sense. Dark hallway inside the building atop the mountain in the Carvey exhibit. Yeah. But I have no idea what to do there. I guess I'll check the Nomai minute diorama again. I did notice there was a pedestal there that we couldn't figure out, so this is probably what that's for. Possibly. Does that go in there? It does. At least it fits. Nothing. Carvey diorama, not Carvey exhibit. Yeah, same idea though. So that doesn't seem to have made a difference here. What else would I need to put here? And what other tools do I have? I've got... I don't think it would be a lantern. Or the knowledge crystal or a can of marshmallows. What's this? There's jetpack fuel. You don't take a picture of the quantum moon star and you can pass right through it? I mean, I assume even if you do take a picture, you still pass right through it. You guys did do some custom quantum stuff, so maybe. Who knows? And these are too small to enter, definitely. Nothing inside it. Hmm. It's playing a sound when I remove the item, not when I add it. It's not supposed to make a sound? Well, it does. Interesting. Hmm. Alright, is it just allowing any item on that pedestal? Is that why? No. It doesn't allow the scroll. One's like a Freudian slip, and they both are when you say one thing, what do you mean a mother? Yep. That's a classic. I mean, sure. You can try it. Why not? It does activate the light. That's kind of cute. Go isn't giving a hint. Oh, I know. I'm at the trying random shit because I don't understand phase. I'll check my chip log again. That is missing a check when you remove the item. That makes sense. I didn't ask for a hint yet. Yeah, so nothing there. Surround tractor beam, the center of the volcano, power to the light sensor. Sorry, that does not make much sense to explain why there are no reels on the shelves. Yeah. Symbols. Okay, so that reads them all out. That's convenient. Yep, tractor beam, light sensor. Yeah, bypass the ghost matter. Under manipulation, yeah, we learned that. Just the launch button, but nothing happened. I think there's no power. Yeah. So the alien ship. Tractor beam. Marshmallows. Tasted one of the marshmallows is a bad batch of Porphy's super sap wine. I didn't realize we ate it. Dioramas. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything mentioning any kind of cosmic energy or anything. There's still this building, which we haven't been inside yet, but I don't see any way inside. Whoops. I didn't mean to get that close. But yeah, we've already seen everything here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, you can pretty clearly see the numbers from outside. Okay. Might as well be paying attention, apparently. That sounds like me. I mean, I'll try the knowledge crystal, I guess. Got nothing else to lose. Okay, I guess that works. I don't really understand why, but sure. Okay, now the light's glowing. Cute. Okay, so that's why the why the building's so tall. And there's a slide reel. That's probably important. Picture of inhabitant chest, it looks like. Yeah. It was very bright and glowy, so I wanted to see if it was something important. Okay. Fire give a sun crescent ring. I didn't play your mod 3 days ago, would have been poor timing. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like... This was, yeah, I see what you mean. Sorry, it took me a second. Yes, that would have been unfortunate timing. Good thing I stream on the weekends, huh? Okay. Where is this? That's the fallen building. Pick up staff. You bring it in there. Oh, you can light that. Light all the torches. Okay. I see. Can I walk across this, or does it kick me out? I can walk across this. Okay, that's cool. I would not have expected this to be pick-upable. Boatable. Okay. I don't think I've set up the force tractor beam in this one. Yeah. So now it'll be possible to walk on it as part of the new patch. Nice. I think it definitely adds a lot. But you can do that. Alright. I left the tractor beam in the Nomai ruins. Yeah. Definitely not necessary for it to do it, but it feels nice that it does. Allow you to walk across. There we are. Good quality of life, definitely. Exactly. I'm still shocked that Eden's Hope got second place after this. I mean, this mod's pretty cool. I would absolutely rank it above Eden's Hope. Although Unsmashable did an amazing job with the models. Although you guys also did an amazing job with models, so, you know, I don't know. Okay, so we do get the message. Ring, Eye, Fire, Sunstar. And it's close between the two, yeah, I'll believe it. It's great, though, that we had so many really good submissions this time. And we should all be proud of that. I definitely been past jams where it's like, oh yeah, there's a clear first, a clear second, and then like everyone else is kind of... Nice timing. Yep, there we go. Ugh. Ominous. Oh, hello. Little squid person. You there. Do not move. Stay where you are. Closer inspection, you look like a Hearthian. Wow, I never thought you'd be twice as big as me. Wait, could you be the one that was set to launch a few minutes ago? That's right, I know all about you. Hatchling, the youngest member of Outer Wilds Ventures. I watched you ever since you were just a little tadpole. All your life, you dreamed of following in the footsteps of the great Feldspar. Seemed to gives a nice challenge for playing sound alerts? Yeah. Fortunately, no good way around that. It's about as low latency as Twitch will let me put it. Just a handful of minutes, you came all the way here from your home system on your first flight. I know what you're thinking. I probably find this odd, don't I? Far from it, because I know exactly why. Ikai knows all about the phenomenon of the Ash Twin Project. I know that you're connected to it. Quality of life thing that only 10% will find, but you found cool. You get different flame colors on the stick. That's really cool. I appreciate that you guys did that. You can now, yeah. I like that type of I know how to type the word, I don't know how to speak it, apparently. Verisimilitude? Something like that. Things behaving the way that they logically should. We have observed 3 species in a span of 400,000 years, including yours and the Nomai. Us, Carvi, we are observers. We look at the stars, but we don't interact with them like you and the Nomai have. Like you, we once had a home planet until 400,000 years ago. The planet was part of a binary relationship with another purple, Hycean planet. 2 twins danced around our home star until a rogue gas giant sent our home planet flying out of its orbit into the coldest depths of space. However, it was not too late. We built this ship to escape our freezing deaths, and parked ourselves in orbit around this pulsar. Once we've arrived, we observed a lush green moon orbiting a teal ring giant. It was beautiful, watching its owl-like inhabitants raft down its rivers and counting their stars. Then, an enigmatic vortex let out an eerie song for all the universe to hear. We stood there amazed in its beauty, but we did not dare to go. Instead, we waited for the other species to react. And they did. What a show it was. Full then. It looks like a copy-paste issue, possibly, or a typo. Then, an enigmatic vortex let out an eerie song, all they used to hear. Yes, that's a duplicate of heartbreak, tears, and drama. They could not handle its horrifying beauty. All except one. The one who freed the signal, the one who reeled in the Nomai. And so, we sat on the edge of our seats watching the Nomai try to crack the code. Then the comet came. Even though we watched the Nomai draw their final breath, we knew something bigger was coming. Mother Nature then splashed away the ghostly fog, and the amphibians rose to triumph. And so your kind was born. While you 3 species put on your little play, our crew of 20-something people 400,000 years ago slowly and naturally trickled its way down to just one. That sole survivor is I, Phosphorus. There's one thing in which we share, Hatchling. We know what it's like to be the last of our kind. Yes, you were hooked onto a death loop for all eternity to suffer. I've only watched my kind die once. You've witnessed it countless times. Slate, Chert, Rybeck, and even the Great Feldspar, you've watched them burn into oblivion. Hatchling, look around you. This universe, it may seem gargantuan, but life itself? It It's just a small blip in the oceans of history. You've died many times, but you're still bound to the fear of death that your friends have put onto you. Death itself, and many concepts that are tangible, matter almost nothing compared to the true nature of the universe. Hatchling, it's time to let go. The inevitable will happen. Your friends may die, but there's no need to endure all this pain just to see their faces again. Now, prisoner, he scanned the vortex when no one was looking. He knew there was more to the vortex, and thanks to him, we know the secret to the eye of the universe. When someone enters the eye and sacrifices themselves, their memories are passed on and allow the creation of a brand new universe. Find a way to disable the Ash Twin Project. Follow the cry of the eye, and put an end to your suffering and the suffering of the universe, in the hope that there will be a tomorrow. Farewell, Hatchling. Just remember, your friend Phosphorus will be watching your back, rooting for you. Nice. I love the model. It's so cute. You got the one eye. And it's like looking around. The tentacles almost look like fingers the way they're bending. I think it's like a hand. Ah, it still hates Esker. Yeah. That was a throne. Okay, well, I assume that was it. Is there anything else I'm missing? Before I leave or die? Exit the loop? I don't have any of my tools here. Interesting. I do the translator. I don't have my, I don't have my suit, actually. Interesting. The Cosmic Curators. Nice. So that was the ending. That's what I thought. Jam 5 submission by the Signal Jammers team. Pick, Anonymous, Repcon, Coarex, and Stash. Mustache backwards. Nice. That was really cool. I really like that mod. I know it gets stuck there at the end. If there was a little bit more on that ship log about the knowledge crystal, then I probably could have figured it out on my own. We got a sentence on moving this whole yapping into the translation file. Yeah, it happens. That's one of the reasons why I always do the translation file first. I always write translation keys and then write the text from the start in the English JSON file. Because it is easy to mess up when you're copying and pasting it over. Cool. Alright. That wasn't even 2 full hours, wow. So we still got a little bit of time in the stream. I did say I potentially wanted to try installing all of the jam mods and see what happens, so maybe we'll do that real quick. My PC can probably handle it, but it may not be able to handle it with all the VTuber models running. We'll see. Alright, there we go. On Jam 5, A side and B side. Do I have any updates available? Nope, everything's up to date. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for making the mod. That was a lot of fun. You guys did a great job. I can definitely see why I got 3rd place. I definitely think that is well deserved. I really catch it's already generated NASA bundles are too big to be placed in the GitHub repository. Yeah. Been running into that for wrong warp, so I've been splitting up the bundles into a bunch of smaller bundles. Which partially defeats the point of bundling, but what can you do? Okay, how long is this going to take to load? Probably a while. Your game has crashed. Yeah. It is unresponsive currently, but I know I can wait. It'll eventually work usually. And still going. I'm watching the logs. That's the one nice thing about Eden's Hope, at least we don't have a whole lot of objects, so it actually loads fairly quickly comparatively. Intentionally one with very simple environments, so it wouldn't be too cluttered. Yeah, the asteroid belts. Those always take a bit. No more space in mono behavior group of type map reference frame volume. Awkward. Oh. There's that classic error about not being able to find any of the DLC ship log facts. That classic log spam. Oh. Okay, wake up and now all the start functions are running. There we go. Okay, we're getting a glorious 30 FPS. But it is in fact running. Look at all those platforms. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. And this is definitely what the jam authors are hoping for when we got to this point. You know, just look here and see all the solar systems. They're also unique. I like how we got no my computer, no my computer, recording on a bench, warp pad, warp pad, warp pad, warp pad, warp pad, warp pad. Got some consistent design elements going on, which makes sense. Few black holes and white holes. See if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, they had to be equidistant from each other, so I think last time we just dragged them out to the edges. Well, not from each other, but from the center of the platform. I'll have to be the same distance from the center of the platform, roughly. So many orbs. Yeah, sand suitless. That's right. Take a little bit of fall damage. There we go. Or is now active. Now move all the star systems over here. Making a big old mess. Oops. Ah. Yeah, that exploded. Rest in peace. That didn't affect our cluster, so we're fine. You just see a new null reference exception in the logs, though. That's exciting. It's already starting to look like a mess. I mean, already, and we're almost done clustering them. There we go. Go get back in the ship real quick. There we go. It's like it's a group photo. Everything all shoved together. Nice. All the orbits overlapping. It's like, this could break things. Yeah, I imagine it could. Except for Ping, no lung for blood for Ping. That's true. Ping will be fine. Besides, technically Ping is part of one of the other mods, I think, if I remember correctly. Bum, bum, bum. Very cool. Which one is that one? Sunset Sister. Anomaly Station. Fused Brother. Silver Lining. Heliocenter. Scale of the Universe Exhibit. So many great mods, so many great locations. Just the lonely lump. Planet I spent like all of 30 seconds designing. Because it doesn't really matter. Bum, bum, bum. Heliocite was very good. Definitely understand why that one got first. But yeah, there are quite a few mods that just blown away by how polished they are with the time limit. Definitely Cosmic Curators and Heliocity up there. Like, I think Eden's Hope still very much feels like a jam mod in terms of polish and content. But, like, if you told me that Cosmic Curators was, like, a story mod that took, like, you know, 6 months to make, I'd be like, yeah, that checks out. The reason yours look so good is because Repcon did last-minute model drops even when they didn't matter, the ship, Phosphorus, etc. Still, nice. I mean, they look amazing. And all the puzzles worked relatively smoothly, which is great. I only got like stuck once. And I get stuck in a lot of mods, so that's not too surprising. I'm not the best at puzzle games. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that we're getting a steady 40 FPS out here. That's kind of crazy. All the stuff that's going on. All those asteroids. They're getting all thrown out of their orbits is what's happening, I think. That's fun. It's definitely not where they're supposed to be. I think probably part of it is a function of how large the teams were. You got some of these entries that were made by solo teams, then others that had like, 4 to 6 people on the team. So it makes sense that they have more people making content. Very cool, very cool. Like every gym participant should give themselves pats on the back. This was an amazing mod jam. Easily the best so far. So many wonderful submissions. Alrighty, let's wrap it up. Boom. Gotta fly into the sun. That's classic Outer Wilds at this point. Alrighty. Well, I'm both sad and happy that that was a 2-hour stream and not a 6-hour stream. So, but if Jam 5 was so good, why isn't there a Jam 5 too? Next year maybe we do need to do a Jam 5 too. Probably need to give people a couple of months of a break, though. After this one. Jams can be very, very exhausting. Okay, yeah, it's taking forever to reload the scene because it's gotta recreate everything. We'll just force quit. Yeah, we don't need to load back in. Oops. There we go. Alright. Yeah, first place the other studies, second place Eden Soap, third place Cosmic Curators. Yep. And so many amazing entries. Even the entries that were very small in scope were a lot of fun. I don't think there was a single mod that I was like actively really disliked playing, which is great. So yeah, looking forward to the next jam mod. And this is not going to be the end of Outer Wilds content because I still need to play Forgotten Castaways, which is one of the newer big story mods that came out a couple months ago at this point that I have yet to play. So we'll be playing that on stream at some point. And I also need to go back and there's some things I missed in Stranger They Are. Apparently I missed quite a bit. So I'll be going back and playing that at some point. But I don't have an exact time frame for those. It'll probably not be next weekend. I'll be taking a break from Outer Wilds to go do other things for a bit. But it is pretty much going to be permanently part of my content one way or another. So we will absolutely be doing more Outer Wild streams in the future. So yeah, thank you all for being here today. Let me find a raid target on Twitch. I'm currently doing a marathon. I call it a marathon. I don't play it all in one sitting or anything, but I'm playing through all of the Star Fox games in order, starting from Star Fox 1 on the Super Nintendo, I'll be playing all the way through to Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard on the Wii U. So feel free to catch my streams every week if you're interested in those. I previously did marathons for all of the Metroid games, all of the Kirby games, all of the Pikmin games, all of the mainline 3D Sonic games, and now we're doing Star Fox. So we've hit a lot of games over the past couple of years, and there'll be more to come. And now all the VODs will be on YouTube, so if you're ever interested in those playthroughs, they will be in my live tab on YouTube. Thanks to the hydrate. Let me finish up my water, actually. That's a good opportunity to do that. And I think next weekend, in addition to continuing Star Fox, I may be starting Blueprints, which is an indie puzzle game that a lot of people are excited for. I'm a little bit late to the bandwagon on that. People have probably moved on, but I still want to play it because people are hyping it up, and I'm curious. So that'll be happening. Hopefully next weekend, if not, coming soon. And we'll be continuing Star Fox 1 on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, look forward to that. And since this is my last stream for the weekend, I hope you all have a great rest of your weeks. And I'll see you when I see you. Yeah, I say this every time because I just don't have that many friends on Twitch anymore. Most of the people that I used to raid and hang out with are no longer regular streamers. So we'll just do an offline raid to someone. Let's see. Boyo! How about Kitsu? I know she's planning on streaming when she can, but she hasn't been able to stream a whole lot recently, which is very fair. They've been busy. I don't offline raid her very often, so why not?
Emergency. User death imminent.
My stream is dying this time, that is true. Alright. See y'all next time.